Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Haven't been here, the same place as usual. It's Thursday. So, doing this video based upon a few comments that I received recently. Two from dudes and one from a young lady who they all commented on different videos, but it was all basically the same premise. And the premise is basically chasing someone and someone not reciprocating, and in some cases of some of these comments, the person is actually becoming neurotic. And sometimes in this whole chasing thing, that's what happens a lot too. Um, whether it's a man or a woman, they become neurotic. But for the purpose of this video, we're just talking about um, the fact that women want you to chase them. But the whole thing about that is that, and I've done several videos on it, it's not designed that way, because ultimately it's going to turn the woman off. And as much as women like to argue about, no, I want a man to chase me, it's a turn off. It's a turn off. And I've seen it time and time again, and from the comments and emails that I get, in the videos I post, and with the women contacting me saying these things, they're chasing these men because these men are indifferent towards them. These men aren't really chasing after them. These men are basically doing their own thing. They're not pressed. And this has these women in a state where they can't explain it, but they're kind of more attracted. Or the thing is, women love a chase. How they say men love a chase, women love a chase, women love a challenge. That's why sometimes you encounter some women that like to fix broken men, or men that don't want to do right, or men who are really indifferent towards them. This is how it is. So, but if you have a conversation with a woman on any given day, she says she wants the man to chase her. Once that happens, she loses interest. She loses interest. And we can talk about the whole Corey Wayne thing about 70-30, or a woman anything less than 60%, as far as the scales weigh, as far as a relationship giving attention, a woman loses interest in a man. Can't stand a man basically blowing up her phone, texting her all the time, just doing the most. She gets tired of that. She doesn't want that. She wants the man who's out doing his own thing, who she has to wonder about, who she has a chance to develop her feelings when he's not there, rather than you being that fool that's just blowing her up. As long as the woman is chasing you, she's not going to lose interest as long as she's chasing you. And I don't say as far as chasing, you're not reciprocating in any way, shape, or form, or just blowing her off. So let me get into these messages here, or these comments. Hold on, man. Let me make sure I'm not reading. Hold on, am I reading one of your comments? Girl, I think I am reading. Let me stop. I'm gonna read one of yours anyway. I see you tuned in, man. So shout out to you. I'm gonna read one of your comments, man. I'm not gonna say your name, but we'll get into that. Yeah, I'm gonna address you since you're commenting. I guess this is the guy right here. I'm gonna address his one of his comments that he left on one of my videos. Todo bien. I'm gonna address one of his comments here. But first, we got one guy here. He says, I've noticed some women seem to lose interest even if I'm bullshitting my feelings. I recently had an ex come out of nowhere to tell me she had a dream about me. I knew she was in a relationship, so I was testing to see how she would react if I acted like I had feelings. I didn't care either way, but she switched herself up and disappeared. If you didn't care either way, you should have been indifferent. Maybe you would have got more out of her. You know, you were bullshitting, but you were bullshitting, acting like I'm pretty sure you were pressing her, and you was just giving her way too much attention to the point where she was just like, this guy is creepy, you know, and that a woman doesn't want to feel locked down and creeped out by some clown that's just showing her too much attention. Man. It's they don't want to be overwhelmed. Women want attention, but not to the point where they're overwhelmed. There's nothing attractive about that. You know what I'm saying? So this guy basically, it's your ex, but still, she probably reacted that way. She gave you the time of day, and then you still messed it up. So it is what it is. So, and I'm gonna read this brother's message right here, and I guess for all you watching the restream or watching the stream now, you can read his comments right now. So he says, I went through hell chasing my ex of 6 years for 6 months. Calls, texts, emails, until the popo came knocking around asking me not to contact her. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can't do that, man. Just harassing someone is not gonna make them give in, dude. And this goes for a woman too, with a man. But harassing someone, beating down their door, texting them, blowing them up, and I want to do another video about this guy who turned out to be a serial killer. But even y'all gotta recognize the signs with these people. But blowing a woman up, blowing her up is not gonna make her give you the time of day, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to be strategic with it. You just blowing her up constantly. Unless you're trying to get to the point where you humiliate yourself, and maybe at the point you humiliate yourself, you're going to evolve. You know what I mean? Um, you're going to evolve at that point if you're trying to do that. So there's no need for all that. I didn't give her too much attention. Got on with my own shit. Still on my own shit. My purpose. She was attracted to my celebrity job. Okay. Well, I'm gonna address your message anyway. It doesn't, because your message, your comment right here on one of my videos is different from what you're saying in the chat. So keep it gangster, man. If you either this way or you that way. You know what I mean? Because you sounding right now, the comments you're leaving is completely different than your message right here. Your comment right here. You know, this is my latest ex. Okay, you got two different. Maybe I need to get you on the show then. But anyway, emails until the popo came knocking around asking me not to contact her. It happens to so many dudes. You know what I'm saying? Happens to so many dudes. They become neurotic. That's what it's called, becoming neurotic, to the point where she's getting law enforcement involved. You gotta cut that out. Text, emails until the popo came knocking around asking me not to contact her. I haven't since, and it's been over a year, and by God, it's made me stronger. I went through depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. Man, it was tough. It is, man. It is. But you got to realize, if somebody don't want you, they don't want you, man. That goes for anybody. If they don't want you, I mean, it is what it is. You can't make anybody do anything that you don't want them to do. I mean, that they don't want to do. You can't make anybody do something or that they really don't want to do, which is what people try to do. They try to impose their wants or their desires or the way things should go on someone else, and that's not the way they look at life. Man, it was tough, especially after raising her son for 6 years, who I no longer see either. A part of me will always care for her, but I got over it. I was seeing a new woman, and I guess that's what you were talking about, who has 2 kids, and I took out the baggage of my previous relationship on her. It happens, man. You can't. That's another thing. You can't get into another relationship until you're over the last one. This goes And I'm speaking from personal experience. You have to get all of that stuff out of your system. Even if it takes a year, it takes 2 years. You know, have one night stands, do whatever you got to do, but don't get in a relationship. You know what I mean? Because you just bringing that baggage, like you just said, all that BS you went through with this other woman, you bringing into the new relationship. It's been 5 weeks, no contact. I wish nothing but love and happiness for both, and we'll keep moving forward. Keep learning and keep becoming a better person. Exactly. There's nothing really in a relationship, obviously, that's more dangerous when you're trying to move on than trying to get with someone else and you still have an attachment to the last person. That's not good for either party at all. Okay. And I'm going to go on to what you're saying right now. You said my ex broke up with me 6 weeks ago. I said some shit about her kids. She was chasing until then. I chased for 2 weeks, then she blocked me. There you go, man. Women ain't with that stuff, man. Once she that probably was the last straw. Once you said something about her kids, she probably had enough of you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you kept pestering her instead of letting it go, apologizing and telling her, when she's ready to contact you, you'll be there and, apologize for what you did, but you kept chasing her, not giving her a chance to think about you or think about her decision and not talk to you anymore, even though you apologized. That's how you messed up. So you went no contact. She has 2 kids from 2 guys, and I was worried she would leave me. Like my single mom of 6 years. Where are you from? The UK? I'm assuming you from the UK talking like that. She had 2 kids from 2 guys, and I was worried she would leave me like me single mom of 6 years did. Yeah, and your fear came true. Whatever you fear is going to come to pass. The law of attraction, man, and you were putting it into practice. I didn't give her too much attention. Got on with my own shit, still on my own shit. My purpose. She was attracted to my celebrity job. This is my latest sex, not the one that I chased for 6 years. She sent me mixed messages. Yeah, you're from the UK. Okay. So she sent you mixed messages, or you just couldn't comprehend her messages. Because sometimes women, you have to understand, women aren't directly speaking innuendo. The way she feels today, she could feel different tomorrow, that's just the way it is. Women communicate with innuendo, or they expect you to be mind readers a lot of times. So maybe you just didn't catch certain things. Maybe she was sending mixed messages, but you have to understand that's the nature of a woman. She's entitled to change her mind. She's entitled to change her mind at any given moment. So that's just the way it is. Women are fickle like that. Not that human beings as a whole aren't, but women are fickle like that. And you gotta realize that regardless of your celebrity job, what it is you got going on. So this comment is from a woman that commented on my video. She said, this is in reference to chasing. She said, from my experience, so many guys are so burned that they can't believe someone actually likes them. They don't understand this at all. By liking them, they think you are weak and take your kindness as a sign of weakness, and will play you to the left for a female that is rejecting them, then crawl back begging for another chance after they see you genuinely did like them. Sad. I'm going to try to attach a few videos at the end of this so that you guys can watch it, and if you like it, you like it. But what she's explaining here is the Tyrone effect, which I have a video if you guys want to check it out. Just Google my name and the Tyrone effect. I'll try to link it at the end of this video so you guys can watch it. But it's a concept that I came up with a few years ago, where basically what I've discovered, and I'm not saying it's 100% true, but in my experience of people in relationships, someone is always chasing someone else who doesn't feel the same way about them. And when I say exactly the same way, you can be dating someone, I call it's Tyrone and Leroy, right? there's somebody chasing, and we're just saying this from a guy's perspective. There's a woman that's chasing Tyrone. Tyrone doesn't feel the same way about her, right? She wants to be with Tyrone. Tyrone is indifferent. Tyrone is doing his own thing. She's chasing him. Tyrone's not telling his feelings. And get the likes up if you don't mind. It's real easy. Helps promote the video. Or give it a thumbs down. It helps promote the video too. You know, if you're watching the video and you're appreciating the content or you're liking the content so far. But anyway, you got Tyrone and Leroy. The woman is chasing Tyrone. She wants to be with Tyrone, but she's entertaining Leroy for the time being just for something to do. Whether it's to satisfy her ego, whether she just really needs something to do, or she needs someone to take her out and do all the things that she feels that Tyrone should be doing, right? But Leroy is doing all these things. Leroy is giving her time of day, complimenting her, you know, showing her a nice time, doing all the things she wished Tyrone would do. But in the grand scheme of things, Tyrone is doing all of the right things because he's being indifferent with her, and she's so madly in love with him because she's not getting the time of day. Tyrone's the type of guy who can call in whenever he wants. She'll pick up the phone. She'll text back immediately. She'll make time out. She'll cancel a date or cancel her time with Leroy or click over while she's on the phone with Leroy to talk to Tyrone. And Tyrone doesn't have to invest anything but, you know, a text here or there or a little bit of time. And he gets the goods as he sees fit, you know, because he knows that he has her in this way. So this is just the nature of things, and it goes vice versa. It's just a cycle. It's a circle, so on and so forth. And Leroy can be Tyrone at the same time, and Tyrone can be Leroy because it's just a cycle. You see what I'm saying? So Tyrone could be Leroy to another woman. And by, you know, it's just a cycle, if you see what I'm saying. That's why I say that's the way this life is. You know, someone's always going to care more about one than the other, and there's always going to be sort of a chaser in a relationship. So, just my thoughts on it, my experience from what I've noticed. You know. So that's why, what is it, self-love is what you must cultivate at the end of the day. Man, nobody's hitting the like button? It is what it is. That's fine if y'all don't hit the like button. Nobody's super chatting. Figured I'd get this little bit of info real quick and hop up off here. You know, it's not like it's costing you a dime. Click on the video, just hit the like button or hit the thumbs down. So that was from a woman's perspective, that comment just now. So she's saying basically, when she does give a man attention, he basically takes it for granted and thinks that he has her, and then comes back begging later on. I know this firsthand. I've seen this. I've heard women tell me this, the same thing, because she gets too engulfed. It's the same majority of the time. That's the complaint from a lot of women when they show a man attention. A man's like, I want all of you. I want you to give me all of you, and then when she does, he plays her to the left, and she feels some type of way about it, but she's still stuck on him. So it just goes to the fact that what I say, the runner, when you chase someone, they always seem to become the runner, even though that's what they say they want. But that was my purpose of this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just wanted to give those few examples while I'm out here. Make sure you guys check me out on all platforms. The links are in the description. If you want to book a one-on-one with yours truly, hit me up. Set up that one-on-one. You know, feel free to email me with any topics, any questions, coaching, counseling, not counseling, but a coaching session, all that, consultation. Email me for a paid consultation or whatnot. Add me on Facebook, Instagram. Check out my website. Check out my apparel, all that stuff from my website. And I'll catch you guys on the next live stream or chat. And I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.